Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. Today is Monday, August 2nd, 2010, new month. It's time to check out the markets. Let's check it out. Okay, right off the bat this morning, we had the Hang Seng up substantially. The FTSE rallied as well. The Nasdaq was up 40 points, the S&P up 24, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average a whopping 208 points at the close. And it's all bogus. Hate to tell it to you guys. The reality is bulls cannot win right now, and bears cannot lose. And I'm going to explain that, but I'm going to take it a step further. If you go to our free website at perfectstockalert.com, 100% free, all we ask in return, refer a friend, is right there. Okay. The idea has taken it a step further, and I'm going to explain it today. But the gist of the situation is, to trade situations where you cannot lose, where you have very low risk or zero risk, and that is a situation we have developing right now. So if you want to see what we're doing over there at perfectstockalert.com, we're going to do 100 back-to-back swing trades right in front of our users, and every single one of them will be profitable. So check that out. At least that's the objective. So check that out, and we'll explain why we can do that and how we can do that right now. All right, today's activity was a big move to the upside. We'll use the NASDAQ as an easy chart to spot it. Big move to the upside here. This is a 6-month chart. Each candlestick is 1 day, and you had a 40-point move, like I said, to the upside. But you had a big old gap. The majority of the move was a gap up. And back here, you had another gap up, and back here, you've got yet another gap up. And for those of you guys that don't know, the ultimate result of gaps is that any activity beyond a gap will be erased because gaps get filled. So the price activity will pull back down and totally erase all of this. And you don't have to take my word for it. You can actually go back and look and see. We've talked about it before when it happened right back here. You had a gap. Let's see, you had a gap here and a gap here. And again, the more gaps you have, the better situation, or the worst situation for a bull, and the better for a bear. Because you know something, all right? When you have a rally like this, and she's on A, low volume, which is a very bad sign. B, lots of gaps in the mix, that's a bad sign. Inverted hammers, sell signals, okay? Overbought at the slow stops. When you have all these conditions, you have two choices. Number one, you can go long because the market's going up. The problem with that is that sooner or later you wake up to a bad day and you get owned. So maybe you can, make money in that rally while it's going on, and just pretend that it's going to go ahead and just keep going magically for a few more days. That's what you'd be doing if you were going long, and that works for a lot of people. But to me, it's just not a safe call, so I'm not going to trade that. What I can do with this situation back here, and what we did do with the situation, is let it get overextended and short it. We can find individual companies, you can find inverse ETFs, you can do many different ways of trading it, but that's the smart trade simply because price activity will fill the gaps. So when you've got these gaps in place, and especially if you're overextended like this, to start shorting here is a really easy trade, and the end result will be a gap fill. Price activity will pull back down, filling all of these gaps. Okay, now we're at it again, and though I'd like to tell you they're exactly the same conditions, they're actually not. Back here was stronger than this is now. If you look at the volume activity, let me scroll down so you can see that. All right, and you just look at, let me get this right here. Back there in this time period, we told you this was a low volume rally here and not to be trusted. Well, now you still have a low volume, but it's even weaker volume, okay, than you had back here. So it's even worse conditions for bulls and better for bears. So obviously I'm going to continue to look for the short side. That's the safe trade. That's where I can't lose. And like I said, bulls can't win here. To show another point, if you want to really determine how strong a rally is or something like that, go back and look at the market leaders. In this particular case, looking at the NASDAQ, go look at the let's do it together. Let's look at Apple and Google and Microsoft. Okay, here's a Microsoft chart, 6 months, each candlestick being 1 day. This is today's activity, and you'll notice very weak volume. That means smart money, those guys who have money, are not buying into this rally. So what are they doing? Let me show you some more. Here's Google, 6-month chart. Today's activity was to the upside, not another gap here. And again, pathetic volume, absolutely ridiculous, okay? And finally, we have Apple, and again, no volume, okay? And you don't have to take my word for it. This has happened in the past. You've seen situations where the market rallies on low volume, okay, and it can do it. We don't have any any qualms with that, all right? But sooner or later, you're going to pay the piper for it. And the market was telling you the overbought conditions, the gaps below it, all the signals were there, and you could have made a lot more money looking for the short opportunity to play that than you could have tried to play this, okay? And that's the safe call, is to always bet with the chart. Trust the chart, not the news, not the hype, not the one-day activity, none of that stuff, okay? This, again, can still continue to move to the upside. I have no problem with that, but the end result will be that big move lower, okay? All right. If you've not been to our free website at perfectstockalert.com, 100% free. All we ask in return, refer a friend, and feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That helps us stay free, and we appreciate that support. A quick look at our disclaimer, and I'll give you guys a couple of announcements. The disclaimer, read it and weep. I'd like to thank everybody for their support of our free services here. We broke through 2,100 subscribers on our YouTube channel last weekend, thanks to you guys referring friends, sharing our videos online. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Also, if you are one of the lucky 200 to join us on our live trading course that's started today, actually, we'll be doing that 100 perfect swing trades for you right in front of you, showing you our entry points, exit points, stop loss limits, and all that as it happens. So that's something cool to look forward to. I hope to see you all there tomorrow morning, and if you don't know about that, you can go to our website and learn about that. Okay, enjoy your weekend. God bless, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.